Hey everybody, it's Millie with Crafting in My PJs. I want to welcome you to my channel, and today we are going to work on a masterboard to make tags and cards, but tags mostly. All my scissors need to be cleaned. I am preparing to go to my scrapbooking crop that's in a couple of days, well, in a day or so, and I have some projects lined up to work on at that crop, but I'm also getting together some other things. So I thought if you saw my video on making slimline cards, in order to make the flowers, I was using a book. Look at the shadows. All my good stuff is packed. Not that I have great lighting, but all my other lighting is packed. So I'm using like an old desk lamp. So in that book, they had doilies in the back, and they were sort of just left over. Oh, let me see if I can fix this light. Okay, not quite as shadowy. And I kept saying that I forget those doilies are in the back of the book, and I wish I had remembered so I could do something with them. So I decided that what I wanted to do was make a masterboard. And so with a masterboard, you start with some sort of background. I like to use manila folders because on the back, this will be the back, this will be cut off. This makes a nice writing space. So if you use these tags for gifts, or if you use these tags for junk journals, or even scrapbook pages, you have a place to write on the back, whatever that might be. And with a masterboard, there's no rhyme or reason. You just take scraps of paper or book pages or scrapbook paper, or I'm going to use my doilies, and we just glue them on kind of in a random but overlapping fashion. Oh, this is terrible lighting. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to turn this one off. This one's not helping at all. There we go. That's a better. All right, so we are using this Scotch Create glue stick. The reason I'm using this is because it will not cause any wrinkles or liquidy reactions to my my doilies. And so what I'm going to do, I still have a lot of flowers that were left in here too, but I'm just pulling out these circular doilies, and that is really what's going to go on the background. Now, we may end up coming back for some of these flowers for decoration, but for right now, it's primarily the doilies. So let's get a bunch of them. There seems to be a lot of blue ones. These are double-sided, so if I don't like a color, I can flip over and I can see the other side. All right, so let's see. These are really big. Oh, here's some big doilies. All right, I'm going to leave the flowers. I don't know what I would do with those. Okay, so let's start with maybe a couple of these larger doilies. I'm not even going to worry about having a piece of paper down for the glue because, well, at least not in the beginning, because something's going to go. This entire manila folder will be covered. You could use a piece of scrapbook paper if that made you feel any better. Some people use like book pages and spread them out, and then they cut them down, layer them and cut them down. So you could do that too. If you wanted to use some old scrapbook paper to make a masterboard, you could definitely do that. All right, let's see. Oh, I do like blue. I don't want to get glue really on the top of the doily because that might show. We don't know. I don't know how much of this is going to show. All right, so the first step to this is basically just gluing down a bunch of doilies. So I'm going to glue and stop talking and we can speed things up. All right. All right, so we are all glued on. If you see any spaces that are sticking up, you can re-stick it down. We can put washi tape over it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over. We get this sticky board out of the way. And I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to trim down. Now these were not working well. Let's find another pair. All right, these seem to be cutting. And I am just going to cut down the overlap. I could use a paper trimmer too. But since things are wet with glue, and I really could truly let this dry before I tried to do this. But, you know, let's just live on the wild side. All right, so there is our master board as it is, and isn't it pretty just like that? All right, so let's see. It's 11.5, and I like my tags about 2 to 2.5. So I am going to take out my paper trimmer now. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Let's do, it's upside down. Let's do a 2.5 and see what that looks like. Yeah, 2.5 will go well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's 2.5. Yep. So and I'll probably cut this in half. So 2.5. All right. And then what's left? Should we do a 3-inch tag? Should we do a bigger tag, you think? Just how big and how much is left? Oh, I have 7 inches. Oh, 6 inches. So we're going to do 6 1/4. No, 3 1/4, which will be about half of what's left here. Oh, let's try again. See, the wet glue gums things up. Always good to let that dry. All right, let's see. Let's cut these in half. How big are these? These are 9, so 4.5 inches. There we go. And again, this is very personal, so however you like your tags, you can make them. Let's see, I don't think I can double this up with the wet glue. So what did we make out of that one master board? Did we have 8 tags? All right, and they're not done yet. They're just started. All right, so I do like my tags 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I do like my tags cut, like trimmed up in the corner. And I do like a straight trim. Now you could definitely do a rounded trim if you wanted. All right, so just gotta cut. And then what I'm gonna do right here, since I did 2, so I'm gonna take it around and so that we're even. And there you go. So you have a pretty like background decorated tag and then blank on the other side. So now I'm going to cut the edges off the others, and I will come at some point and do a hole at the top with my crocodile. All right, and these are kind of wide. I'm not so sure I like the wide ones as much, but they do come in handy for different things. And there we go. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, so really quick, I always say really quickly, while we're getting these cut down, if you're new to my channel, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. And if you are a returning visitor, welcome back. If you are a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, please consider subscribing. I am always looking for new fun people to craft with. All right, so here are eight of our tags. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take maybe 2 or 3 of these tags, and I'm going to go ahead and sew around the tag. You don't have to sew. You could actually use a marker and make faux sew lines if you so like. But I'm going to go ahead and sew around these, and then we're going to play around with just decorating maybe 1 or 2 of them and see how they come out. All right, I'll be right back. All right, back from the sewing machine. I tried out 4 different stitches just to be different. I bought my machine not quite, I guess maybe almost a year ago, just to do crafting. My mother was a wonderful seamstress. She could make anything you asked her to make you. I quite have not inherited that. All right, so I did gather up, there's 4. We have 4 of them that are sewn. There's another 4 there. I've gathered up some various laces. Oh, let's put you back so you can see. Some various laces right here. I have some various pieces parts. I've got some dried flowers. My Fabrifix is kind of went crazy, so I'm not pulling that apart until I'm actually ready to use it. I do have some pieces in here too. Some old book pages, like, oops, that's not a book page, like some old ads, library page. Let's see, what else is in here? Some beautiful butterflies. We might have to cut those out and put those on. That would be nice. Some buttons. And now it's just a matter of just having a little bit of fun, like looking at what design you have and what would you like to do with it. Like already I'm looking at this, but it needs a background. Okay, so I'm just going to play around here. Let's see. This came off of a clearance rack, and let me just tell you, I love this stuff. This satin ribbon here. All right, we're gonna unleash the Fabrifix here. Woo. Okay. All right, we're still looking good. Fabrifix will hold fabric down. It'll also hold paper down, but it is probably going to leave a mark where the glue is. Maybe, maybe not. Are we down? Are we down? There we go. There we go. So I'm going to try and do sparingly because I can cover up where the glue is with something. Okay. And I might trim that down, I'm not sure yet. All right. Let's give it a little, some lace. So the dried flowers we made the other day when I tested out the Recollections dry flower maker from Michael's, and we had a good time with it. It worked well. Alright, since I can't find my regular hole puncher, let's just do this one. Yep. Go. And I didn't bring any skinny ribbon over here. I think we need to add something more to there. Okay, so let's see, what about this one? Let's make a, ooh, this would be really pretty on there. Let's cut this out. I think with our last fat one, we might make a pocket. So you could literally put another tag in. Could we put this tag in? Would that look okay? Let's see, or is it too long? It's kind of long. We'd have to have a smaller one. Not that we can't make one, right? Let's see. Let's maybe some liquid pearls. Bring it a little closer if you'd like. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Let's see, we need something maybe right here. I do have, oh, I have some buttons, some old buttons. And I can't make my hole at the top with my liquid pearls still wet. Oh, and I do. I have some. Oh, look at this. This is so, it was just sitting there because, you know, I was lazy and hadn't put it away. All right, just a little something something, and that leaves us with, oh, you can't see the other two. Ah, you see, I messed it up. I am notorious for touching these liquid pearl things and stickles before they're dry. That's why I avoid them. All right, that was fixable. My table has a little on it, and I have it all over my hands, but that's okay. We have one more. What if, oh, I do have something. Okay, for the last one, let's do some inking real quick. We're going to kind of go simple on this one. And we are going to make it a pocket so that if we make a smaller tag, it can be put in that pocket. I don't have one right now, but that doesn't mean I won't eventually. All right, and so I am going to ink all of these edges. Now, it's not very dark. My ink is not very fresh. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is thin line of Fabrifix to make a pocket. All right, and we're going to take one of these flowers and glue right on, and that is going to become our pocket. Now, just take our scissors and cut off excess. And all of this you can use like for other things. It's not wasted. You can keep a whole big box or bag or crate of scrap pieces. All right, so now something will go in there. You know, the let's just do these two. The kit that I had gotten all of this from, I have all these flowers left over. I used a whole bunch of them. in the slimline cards, and I still have a gazillion left. Okay, the inking's just to try and show it off. I need the green side. Just to kind of finish off these edges. And that can go right on top. All right, so we're gonna Fabrifix here. And we're gonna Fabrifix here. And we are gonna take this cute little bow that I made. It's kind of big. Let's cut it down just a little bit. It's not really a bow, it's just a tie. You know, I love this ribbon. I'll put it here in the corner. There we go. There. All right, and then I have a button, an old button that still has all the thread on it, so I don't have to sit there and try and loop thread in. We're going to put that right there. All right, so now we have a little pocket. So something could go in there. Let me just, like for example, you know, you could get another tag, a smaller tag, and it could go inside there, right like that. All right, so these are our 4 very quick, well, I guess here, let me see if I can fit you all in. 4 very quick tags made using a Masterboard and scraps. These are all scraps. These are things I just had hanging around. That's always nice to have stuff hanging around. All right, and 4 tags that could either be used on a gift, or it could be placed in a junk journal or on a scrapbook page, a vintage type scrapbook page. I do love my flowers here. Maybe they can go in the pocket. Too big. Just because I had to have something in the pocket, that's all. All right, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video about Masterboards and using up scraps to make beautiful tags. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.